How's everybody doing? Doing well?
I'm doing good. Yeah, good. Next month.
So far, so good. Yeah,
I am
got my
good.
bubbly.
Perfect.
Got my dice.
Got my bubbly. I got his dice.
I mean, it's Sunday night and it's game night. How it couldn't
My
be any
bubbly's
worse.
frozen,
Yeah.
so it's extra good.
I'm nacho
Or it
full.
could be any better.
I was going to say, it's like,
bad.
thanks, Gavin.
No, you know,
Couldn't be any worse.
after it came out, I was like, wait,
Here we are.
was it wrong? I'm actually really loving
Stuck here
Vaesen.
again.
Like the system, there's a lot of depth to it, but it, at the same time is somehow very simple.
Yeah.
And the D6 system, I don't know. I'm just, I really like it.
Yeah.
I might just be that I like D6 systems because I often like mess with game design ideas, and I always end up with D6 stuff for whatever reason. But anyways.
And it's fun to roll like 11 dice.
I know it feels like, I don't know, when you got a palm full, it feels notable, and then when I only get a roll 2, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so bad at
I'm
this.
so
you know?
doomed, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
13 dice is better.
Oh, we're recording.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought I just tried the Dwayneism.
We always record.
It didn't land.
Yeah.
Chelsea, yeah.
Just leave it to the professionals.
I have
Yeah.
14 D6s. Do I get to roll them all?
Well, what's your highest number?
I don't know. That's just how many I have in my tray.
7.
Where do I?
I
Where's
think
that
my
on my
highest
sheet?
is like an 8 or something total.
Oh, like if you add it?
Yeah, because you get like
Oh,
a 5
4,
plus a
6.
3 would be 8.
But
and
I
then
can't
maybe
add.
a plus 1
can I
if
add
it's a weapon.
inspiration, manipulation, and observation for one roll?
No.
No.
I think if I had
be
all
good.
my bonuses of like my talent and I was using
got
my
8.
revolver, I'd have like 9.
I was going to say, I think my highest would be like if I had an advantage, there's 2.
Yeah.
And then if I have a 3 and a 5, so yeah, like 10.
And there's also the ability for other players to help, which is a max of plus 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then
And
I
is that
can
your
do it, like,
traditional
11.
help action?
Yeah, so instead, and likely with a group this size, if everybody's like investigating a room, it'll just be one person rolling that roll and everyone else helping, so adding the plus 3 as opposed to everybody rolling an investigation.
That makes
okay.
sense.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
like it.
Okay.
Well, if Dick were to investigate with his revolver, he would have 10 dice.
With her to investigate.
Just
with
walk
his-
in a room and just start shooting.
I'm looking for clues.
Did you do it?
Dance, bitch.
That sounds like Dick. That's
Yeah, that does
Such a
actually.
dick move.
Yeah.
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 It's definitely
Get it?
taken.
Yeah,
Such a
it's
dick
huge.
move.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck! I should have saved it.
Yeah.
It's too early in the campaign.
It'll come back again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
In
okay,
threes.
About 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was a bit premature for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came a bit early. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
Sean's like, play the theme. Play the theme. Play the theme. Where's the starting?
No, he has to ask us a question.
Yeah, I got.
He said, "How's everyone doing?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's true. That was it. That was my lackluster.
Couldn't be any worse.
Now that's my saying.
Oh, Tash's about to look over here.
Not gonna make it.
Oh, darn.
Almost got a spit take.
Ooh, not over the peachy cardigan.
That's true. I also like how you cupped your bosom in that
Yeah,
one as
he
well.
said peachy and stroked his nipples. Oh,
Jeez.
there was
Gag
fingers
reflex.
in
Pino
his-
chicken.
Limey chicken.
All right.
Sean, was this
In
what you were
the
hoping for?
I have no expectations anymore, and that seems to do pretty good.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah. So in the first episode, Emery's interview took place in the drawing room, where I introduced a few strange items. There was a dusty mirror, a fairy skeleton in a bell jar, and another lidded jar labeled witch's breath. But there's a lot more throughout the room. My question to you is, what is your character's favorite strange item in this curio gallery?
Oh. That is so good. That is so good.
Ooh, that's a doozy.
Yeah.
Does that mean we were supposed to be paying attention?
You said
No, you get to make
it means
one
you-
up.
It means you have to improv. It's even worse.
Okay. I have one.
All right.
Okay.
Percy's, it should be written on here. It's not here. It's on my character sheet. I'm trying to remember. It's his special item is that fairy tale book that his mother gave him or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Anyways, and he was at a, what would it be called back then? Like a flea market or something?
Yeah, just like a rummage sale.
Yeah. a rummage sale. And he found like, let's call it 3 really cute fairies, but like were a little creepy and a little off-putting, but he found them really interesting and engaging, relating to like this book that he has. Kind of just reminded him of his mother and whatever. So he bought them, didn't know where to put them.
Yeah.
And then one day decided to like position them like around this room. Like one's kind of like in the planter, the other one's like on the very top edge of like the bookshelf, but like tucked
Kind of
behind.
like peeking out.
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah. And then another one's like he forgets where he put that one. He doesn't remember where the third one is.
Or
And
maybe it's not where he put it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Okay. So anyway, he always walks in the room and like sees the two and he's like, heh. And then he pauses and he's like, I don't know where that third one is.
And are these like ceramic fairies or like knit ones or
I pictured them as like a like a like a china, like a fine china.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what Percy has going on in the room.
Love it.
Don't look at me.
Yeah,
Go
right?
Tash.
Yeah.
Oh, me? Well, I didn't know we had to go in order. We don't normally. There is a very super ultra shiny. It almost has. It's so shiny it almost like glows. Like it looks like it's emanating light. But there's a coin that sits on a shelf in a corner that every time Emery walks in the room, it just catches his eye, and he just wants that coin because he wants to flip it and he wants to roll it across his fingers.
Oh,
He
to
wants
do like coin magic.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's just like.
Is there
just like a
anything
twitch.
on the coin in particular, or is it
There
like
is on the head side.
Yeah.
There is a head of mermaid
dig it?
man.
A merman.
Man.
Merman.
A merman.
Merman. It's actually called the coin of Merman.
Sweet.
Yeah. And he
What's on the tail?
He doesn't know.
He's never touched it.
He didn't
Oh.
touch that thing. Look at how shiny it is. You'll get a fingerprint on it, and then Percy will come over and slap your hand. And
You bet your ass you will.
Don't get your grubby little mitts on it. Dull it all up.
As if Percy would be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You're not allowed to touch that. If you could, no, that's fine. If you could please put it down. That okay."
Yeah. What about Dick?
Dick noticed that on one of the side tables, like right along the doily, where there's like this kind of elaborate lamp with like sort of the whole dangly down little kind of spirally bally kind of things.
Oh yeah.
There's a tie clip that used to belong to Vic.
Okay.
Oh, I like it. Can someone tell me what a tie clip is?
Yeah, it just kind of pinches your tie
clips
to your
your
So
tie.
the tie doesn't blow away.
like one of those. It's literally like
Yeah.
you see the clip
It
on
goes
people's
onto
ties.
the-
Okay.
yeah,
I didn't know if it was like
Clip for your
something
tie.
different that was
It's
like
a clip-on
decorative.
tie.
Well, I don't know. You know what? It like what's it called? Like a brooch or something? I thought like maybe it was a decorative thing. Okay, I see. Anyway,
It could be decorative.
Oh, it's very decorative.
Very.
Vic
So
would
that,
have.
it's so that your tie doesn't go in your soup, though, more than anything.
right.
Is there anything like particularly ornate, or is it a fairly plain looking tie clip?
I think it's just really stylish
Okay.
because Vic was a very stylish type of person. Yeah.
Is
You could
there
tell
a-
that from the art.
Yeah.
Is there an emotional connection that Dick has to that?
Yeah.
that you'd like to share?
Extremely emotional.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of sadness that goes along that for Dick to be like
I
come
mean,
across.
like, was it like a birthday present or?
I think Vic just would have purchased it for themselves, and then Dick would have noticed that they had worn it, and then just now it's just kind of sitting there.
Percy finds it and throws it out. No, I'm kidding. It's like, what is this junk sitting around? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I don't do that.
I think that maybe, I think that probably Elofe doesn't like any of it because to her it's all clutter. You know what I mean? It's
Sweet.
just like unnecessary clutter that is just filthy, dirty in the way, shouldn't be here, and spends a lot of her time reminding Percy to dust this or dust that because it's collecting dust. However, I would say that probably secretly there is like a couple of things that intrigue her just a little bit. Maybe some old like medical equipment or something like that. Or whatever. But even that, I think that she's such a spoil sport that she spoils her own fun by like then being like, no, actually I don't enjoy it, and then just walks away.
Perfect. I'm just writing all these down in case I decide that they come back later.
What were those like big vice clippy things that they used to birth with? What were those called?
Forceps.
Forceps,
yeah.
and they still use them at times.
Oh God, I didn't know that. That sounds barbaric.
They
It's
try
just
to
like-
use
it's more like a
suction,
shop
but if
vac
suction
now,
doesn't
yeah.
work, they
Yikes.
forcep them out.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I was picturing like said it though for whatever reason up there.
She looks up and
She's
goes,
like,
good.
Good. Yes, I will need those.
As it should be. Yes.
Did you know, this is my fun fact, did you know the chainsaw was invented for birthing?
Come on.
It is completely true. It was invented for C-sections.
No.
And then someone was like, this
It
would
just
work really
removes too
well
much
on
flesh.
trees.
Come on.
I
I don't know. I think it is.
100%.
I'm looking it up.
You go ahead.
We're on break. ChatGPT.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely,
Don't chat GPT.
definitely doesn't get anything wrong.
Do not chat GPT.
All right, I'll Gemini.
Draw me a picture of that.
So much work.
Now I'm like running through all the like Husqvarna and
Yeah.
what is the still? I think is like all the old chainsaws.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what they mean when they say never mind? Never
hold
mind.
still.
That was going to be
Do you think that's still in the safety instructions in all those?
Yeah.
Like if you buy a new chainsaw, it's like also, please don't.
It's the way
use-
it like removes so much flesh.
Chainsaws
Yeah.
were originally invented in the late 18th century by Scottish doctors as a medical procedure known as symphysiotomy. Symphysiotomy, which involved cutting through the pelvic bone during childbirth to widen the birth canal for a baby.
Cutting
Okay,
through
so
the
it's-
pelvic bone.
It would be the Scots though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an early version was hand cranked tool designed to make the process of widening the pelvis and removing diseased bone faster and more efficient. Before C-sections were a safe option.
Though, right?
I love that. Like, be like, hold still, dear.
Just fire up this
It was like a
two-stroke.
handheld
Yeah, hand
thing.
crank.
The handheld
Yeah.
is like helps with the like concept a little more.
I don't know. Gag reflex is still.
Yeah.
well
It
sensitive
should
on
be.
that one.
It should absolutely be there.
Should be horrified.
Yep.
So one of
anyway,
those is up on the shelf. That's cool.
for sure. And that's actually the only thing she likes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that in the field one day.
Yep. Yeah. How many? What's the bonus for a chainsaw?
Although definitely +3 for sure.
Nice.
But that's like it's gonna be availability for. All right, let's do some music.
Yeah, let's do it. Wait, we didn't know what Sean's was. Oh.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin. The wilds call, a timeless brawl. Now we roll for initiative. Good and evil fighting for the win. Crit and fumble, critical hit or just a fucking fumble. Cast thine eye on the rolling die. Legends rise on its battle cry. Time to rumble, crit and fumble, critical hit or just another fumble. War is waged on the table stage. Untold sagas of an ancient age. Crit and fumble.
Bum, bum.
Bum, bum.
Gavin is a bully. Knocked over my pyramid of dice.
Haha.
Bum bum
How dare he?
How dare he?
bum.
Probably worked for a British museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knocks over my pyramid. Get it? Never mind.
I don't get it.
Sean, sometimes
Because the Brits steal things.
here's your character background info. Realized never sent you to this last.
Oh, you're
week,
reading
so-
Discord.
Oh, I found this.
He's reading his backstory,
backstory
that you
that
just sent him.
Yeah, that he sent me that I sent back to him
It's like, wait a
in
sec.
case it
Oh,
becomes.
his name's Richard. Oh.
Yeah.
The first iteration of Sue I ever got said he was born in Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, Chat GPT.
Anyway.
All right. We find our investigators inside of Craigdarroch Castle. Robert Dunsmuir has left for business and has left day-to-day operations of the house to Jasper Harrelson. All the investigations continue to be on hold as you have been undergoing training under his supervision. The training regimes have been multifaceted. They are sometimes done as a group or in pairs or individually and can be loosely categorized into strength training, mock field scenarios, administrative procedures, and a psych evaluation. So of those 4, I would like to know of your characters which they would enjoy the most and which they would hate.
Okay, say the list again.
Yes. Strength training, mock field scenarios, administrative procedures, and a psych evaluation.
Which would they hate the most?
Both. Which one would they like the most, and which one would they hate the most?
I think Percy would like either. I feel like the administration one, because it sounds like process work for him, but I don't imagine he likes paperwork. So in between that and the psych, I'll figure it out. It's that one or the other. But the hate is definitely strength. He's not a strong guy.
Okay, perfect. We will get back to you for the one that you like.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Sounds good. Emery.
Emery would most like the field work because it would feel like he's like getting in and he's doing it, and we're like figuring it out and we're doing the thing and we're here on a mission.
Sweet.
And he would like the least the psychological
Psych evaluation.
Psych evaluation because someone might know something about him.
True. What about Dick?
Dick is the same.
Yeah, would prefer the field and dislike the
That's
psych
right.
evaluation.
He would fucking fuck the psych evaluation. Nobody likes that. Fuck that. Look at me.
I feel like this means Percy needs to like the psych evaluation, you know. So he's always like he's been like, did you guys do the psych test? It was really it's
gonna be so good.
What's wrong with you?
All right, that's it. He likes the psych test.
He likes the psych.
Yeah.
All right.
Weirdo. The weirdo.
And what about Dr. Elofe?
Dr. Elofe, clarification, was the psych eval done by Jasper?
Yes.
Wonderful. She hates the mock field. Simply because it's a lot of like team building vibe to it, and she's not interested. She loves the psych eval because the moment she sits down, she sees Jasper starts to sweat, and she knows he's gonna hate this more than she is. So
Perfect. So for everybody, can I have them roll?
Oh boy! Oh
Yes.
boy! Oh
Nice
boy!
rolling
Here we go! Here we
Yeah,
go! Here we
right
go!
off the hop.
Should I use all 9?
So anyone who chose psych, I'm going to have you roll your empathy dice for me.
to hate or to love?
It's the to love.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so
And
empathy
then
4.
The two of you chose field, so I'm going to have you roll your precision. And you let me know whether or not you got any successes.
So
Nothing.
My precision says 2. So I rolled 2 dice.
Yes.
Nope.
Nope.
No success.
So Percy rolled.
Success is 6, right? No, there's no other.
Yes, correct.
I have 2 6s on my dice.
Nice.
One
You rolled
landed
2?
there. One landed there as a 6, and one landed there. And so I bounced off of my trampoline, hit the backstop.
replay.
One shot across the board as a 6, and the other one landed in the tray.
I need a trampoline.
I need a trampoline too.
Yeah.
I got 1 success.
1 success.
1, 1, 1, 6. Ones aren't like an automatic like epic fail, right? It's not
No,
like
there's no epic fail. There is only pass
There
fail.
is pass fail. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I pass one of my successes off?
Because Emery and Dick chose the same ones, I will allow Dick to give Emery the success, but no one else.
There you go.
Can you
Emery.
tell me how you helped Emery cheat on his psych evaluation?
I love this.
I want that scene. So it's Jasper's there, and he is sitting.
Is this a group session then?
No, so he's like sitting there, and like Dick has just gone through the psych evaluation, and there's like a moment where Emery and Dick are like in the main hall,
the
sort of
foyer.
together, and Jasper's waiting for Emery to come in.
Dick would have known that on the psych eval, because he's already done one through the police force, and he helped Vic pass the psych eval, and he would pass that knowledge on to Emery.
Emery.
Emery. Yeah.
Like just like a piece of paper with like true, false, 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 true, true, false.
He says just opposite of what you would think.
Say the opposite.
Say the opposite of what you would. Great.
Yeah, Emery, you managed to pass with flying colors. Wow. So we're going to pick up with Emery and Dick during a mock field scenario. So it's the two of you out in the sort of main sort of garden of Craigdarroch Castle, and it has been set up almost as an obstacle course in a way. So there's a number of crates there is sort of a timer, and you guys need to go through, and it's either using sort of ranged weapons or what have you. There's a lot of obstacles that you kind of need to jump and bound over.
Emery's doing some jumping jacks to get started, and he's wearing his nice wool slacks, and then one of those those white long johns, like the one-piece long johns with the buttons.
Yes.
But they're yellow stained sweat pits, and they're all rolled up. He's already got a bit of a bead of sweat
That
going.
is so good.
Someone just walked behind you guys, and it scared me so bad. My heart stopped.
Like a member.
Like a real
Okay.
person with a backpack and a black hat pulled down over their eyes, and I was like, so sorry. Carry on.
Well, this ought to be fun.
This is going to be great.
I'm excited.
Are you ready?
No.
Okay.
Jasper is there and sets off with a sort of a gun shot to the air.
Starting
A
pistol.
starting pistol, thank you.
You're welcome.
And you both sprint forward. There's a number of crates in front of you, and a sort of hag pops up made of cardboard from behind one of them.
Emery screams.
Dick grabs his knuckle dusters and he just he pounds it right in the face with his knuckle dusters.
Kerplow! It just shatters, and you hear he's got a little cowbell. Da-ding! And you continue forward. There's a little narrow balance beam that you both have to run across.
Come on, let's go. Dick he grabs Emery and he puts him up on the balance board.
Yeah.
And actually, literally, just holds onto him and it kind of drives him across the board.
Okay, so we're just walking.
No,
We're
just go easy. Don't go just don't slip off. Right? It's like walking. It's like walking the plank.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. Come on,
Go.
Okay, here we go.
Emery, you are pushed forward from Dick. This is going to get me the entire season.
I wonder if someone planned it that way.
I go by Richard too. You take your
Yeah, there we go. You push forward, and the last obstacle is a rope wall.
Well, I can't push you up the rope.
Oh, I've got this one. We used to climb the ropes on the stage all the time in a magician university.
Perfect. Well, where you go?
And he's going.
Yes.
Oh wait, before he goes, he's good. Spit in his hands
Oh.
first. Give him a good rub.
Yeah.
Some traction.
Sure.
Perfect. Hand over hand, you make it. I'm not having you roll any dice because you've already succeeded on this. You both get to increase your precision. It's going to be anything under the precision skill set.
Okay.
You get to increase one of those by 1.
Okay.
Medicine, ranged combat, or stealth.
Yes.
And
While you decide that, we are going to move over to Percy, who failed his and is now in strength training.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Like his failed strength training.
So it was if you
MPD,
succeeded, you got the one you wanted. If you
okay.
failed, it's the one you didn't want.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
And this is wrestling
Oh God.
with Algot.
Fantastic.
So you're in this gymnasium with Algot. He's in a full karate gi right now. And he is sort of circling. What's Percy wearing for his athletic training?
He's wearing a suit.
Okay.
He doesn't really have anything else other than his night clothes and his suit.
Gotcha.
He's rolled up the cufflinks though, up to his forearms, and he rolled up the legs too. So it's it looks like he's wearing what do you call them?
Flood pants?
Yeah, like
capris.
clam diggers, whatever you call them. Yeah.
I am imagining because his stuff is just slightly too short, it doesn't look like a huge difference.
Yeah. It's really tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that your hands are losing a bit of circulation there, Percy.
Oh, just fine, sir. And you look fantastic.
And he jumps for you.
Oh God!
Always be ready.
he instead of doing anything, he reaches out and tries to slap you, but as a not a hard slap, oh God!
Yeah. Just a quick little cat paw.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. It was just a reaction.
Algot sort of throws you over his back.
Nice.
And Percy just goes ass over tea kettle. Is there a moment in this where Percy is ever able to get the upper hand on Algot?
I think so. So Algot, I imagine, is older than Percy.
Yes.
And I think as he's thrown me down, he has like this moment where he's like, tries to like stand up and he's like, my back, and Percy just like rolls over and sweeps his leg and catches him and he just comes tumbling down, but he does it in a poor way. He wasn't thinking it through, and Algot ends up just landing on Percy. So it's sort of like not a total win. He's like sweeps him, but then it's like,
It definitely like sort of goes a little sideways, but Algot sort of dusts himself off and helps Percy up off of the ground. It's like, that's exactly the kind of thinking you need to employ in the field.
Yes, sir. I will do so.
And Percy can add 1 to any of the physique skills.
Ooh.
Yes.
The skills. So
it's
under physique.
agility, close combat. Or
Okay, so I got
force.
agility, close combat. Ooh, which one should it be? Agility, maybe, because he swept him off his feet. Close combat might make sense. All right, I will.
You'll think about
I'll
it.
think about it.
And the one that I'm really not looking forward to is the psych evaluation with Jasper and Elofe. So, Elofe, how are you dealing with the transition?
Wonderfully.
Fantastic. Any sort of concerns with the new group? Have you made any sort of inroads with conversation, basic human contact?
No.
This is like you can see exactly what you're after. The bead of sweat beginning to form on Jasper's forehead. Has there been any sort of, we haven't been in the field yet. Do you have any concerns with your readiness being a little rusty from the last time that you were out there? You want to talk about any of that? Anything concerns?
No.
And this continues.
Role play.
Yeah. And Jasper, like, very quickly, is just like, yes, no, like, for his notes. It goes by quite quick. And Elofe, you are able to add 1 to any of the empathy
I think I'll choose manipulation.
Yeah, there you go.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
For the record, Percy took agility.
All right. So you are all going through this training. You have to go through everything that Jasper has put together, but you're beginning to figure out the systems for Craigdarroch, the reporting that you need to do at the end of every mystery, preferably bringing either the Vaesen back or a sample of it or something to be studied for further understanding within the society. And then the sort of ins and outs of the psych evaluations and the physical fitness training, all of this trying to formalize your field procedures and make you a little more efficient in the society's eyes. Specifically, Elofe, it has been the castle, as we've said, has an almost magical quality to it at times, with some of the doors either seeming to be perpetually locked or inaccessible, no matter how much force or guile from a locksmith. Sometimes they open up into rooms that you didn't expect. The only one that seems to be consistent is the library and the kitchen. It's not different every time, but every once in a while, the house almost seems to like play pranks on people or assist them, as was the case with, forgetting Neil's character's name already, but allowing for just sort of enabling people to navigate, which is peculiar because this is nothing that Elofe has ever encountered before. It is a new experience. But it doesn't seem to, I think the first time it does try to play with Elofe a little bit, how does Elofe sort of respond?
She opens the door. She was trying to head to her room, and she opens the door, and it takes her to a bathroom.
Yeah.
She has a moment where she sort of like looks around and is like, certain this was my room was. She closes the door and she opens it again, and it's like just a different bathroom.
Yeah.
And she like realizes, I think maybe Percy had warned her that this can happen. And so she closes the door, and she, same move as she pulled with Dick, she grabs her cane, she wraps it on the door, and she goes, "None of that now."
The door opens to Elofe's room.
As she goes through the door, she pats it on the door frame, and she goes, "Thank you."
And Elofe, you have a letter that has come from London.
Wonderful.
It is a letter from somebody that you had known back in Rose House, a Mr. Alistair Crowden. And you two keep in touch from time to time. What's sort of the nature of Elofe's relationship with Alistair?
Alistair was the least unlikable of the people who was at Rose House. For Elofe, if only because everyone else seemed to find him a little bit difficult to spend time with. And she just found that endearing. So I would say sort of a person she has maintained contact with in case she needs an inn back at Rose House.
Perfect. The letter is, fairly innocuous. Alistair goes into probably a little bit too much detail of his abundant debaucheries, but
She skims that, expecting it.
It's long. It's like 40,000 words.
Jeez.
The first 3 pages are always
Sounds
the
like how I read
latest
a
6
backstory.
women.
But he does mention that they've got a case that is upcoming that most of the other members that you would be familiar with are going to. And so correspondence will probably drop off for the next little bit, but we'll make sure to send a reply once they're done.
Wonderful. Yeah, she takes the time to respond. She's interested in the case. It seems to be a fairly standard poltergeist or of some sort. However, she's a little bit intrigued as the area they're headed to, south of England was not an area she's been before, but it's where the rich go to summer. Yeah. So she's a little bit curious and asks for next time skip the details on the women and focus on the details of the case, please. And then she writes sort of like a very quick summary of what's happened since she's got here, more out of what she sees as like a necessity to make it seem like she's genuinely engaged as opposed to actually interest in sharing. And then she'll send that off. Actually, she doesn't send it off. She leaves it on a tray for Percy to send.
Percy, you are headed out the door with a letter that you're about to mail. And you get to the front door. And just as you open it, there is a woman there, just about to knock. She's in sort of this very fancy, I would say like 19th century, but that's exactly where we are. But it's like a very sort of like ornate dress.
Okay.
And her hair is all done up, and she's got this sort of nice traveling hat on.
Ma'am. Oh, sorry.
So sorry.
I
Yes.
didn't mean to almost run you over there. Can I help you? Percy Ashford.
Hello. I'm sorry. My name is Helen Osborne. I've been sent. I believe there's some sort of society that operates out of here that deals with peculiar things.
Yes, Miss Osborne, you are correct. Did you have an appointment, or is this a unexpected visit?
This is a bit of an unexpected visit. I've been sent by my employer, one of them, to sort of assist, to get some assistance.
He looks down at the letter and like Elofe's name's on it. He's like, I wasn't doing anything important, and puts it in his back in his jacket. And please come in. Gives her a seat and probably goes off to get tea and biscuits like he would, and maybe notifies I suppose either Algit or someone else that's around that she's here, and we should probably gather and see what she needs.
Perfect. Presuming everybody gathers around Yes? No?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes. Everybody.
No.
No.
Absolutely. I'm done. Walk out. So you're all in the library right now, seated. Classic tea and biscuits, the Percy special, all laid out. Jasper has come in as well to see, to kind of go through and check, as this is sort of the first case that you have all potentially received under the new management. Please start from the beginning, and we'll perhaps ask for questions further as we get along in the narrative. And Helen begins. My employer has. They're being plagued. I would say they're trying to. They've taken over an old homestead up north. It's the old Slugget homestead, and they're trying to develop it for a new community. But it has not been going well. During the construction, a lot of the framing seems to be falling over, just ill luck. Sort of throughout the entire thing, the crops have not been taking, whereas the land had historically been quite fertile. And we sort of thought that it was, just bad land, bad luck. But that was until we started seeing what I can only describe as a devil. It has been, I guess the best I can say, it has been hunting my employer's firstborn, their child. Poor Vivian. She's... Well, we thought that it was just sort of her imagination. We've moved her out into this rural area. There aren't really that many other children to play with. And so they brought me in to help with her studies as a governess. And she began talking of this creature, sometimes appeared as a woman, out in the woods, and then outside her window. And then we would hear her in the evenings talking through from her bedroom. I at first, thought that she was just making friends up in her head. But one night I went in to go check, and I saw the silhouette, something in the corner of her room, playing with one of her dolls. It lunged at me so quickly I must have fallen back and knocked my head, as the next thing I knew, I was being sort of awoken by my employer. And, well, he doesn't necessarily believe in what has happened, but my other employer, Miss Emma, she has the utmost concern for her child, her daughter, and asked me to come in to town on the guise of getting medical assistance and taking a quick leave, and to beseech your help. One of the contractors that was working on site, they brought in some site plans, and they had mentioned that they had dealings with your organization in the past, dealing with things that are unnatural in nature.
Go ahead.
What's the family name?
Macready.
And Vivian, has she recently entered womanhood?
She's on the cusp, but not quite so far as I know.
I know sometimes poltergeists are intrigued by girls in that transition time. Sounds like perhaps not.
Has the targets only been girls, or is it young boys as well?
There are no other children on the site. There are some workers who have sort of murmurings and complaints, but we honestly hadn't paid too much attention to them, as workers are sort of meant to throw in tall tales, and seems to be most impacting Vivian.
Anything strange dug up during construction?
No, it was originally just already an existing farmstead. We cleared some of the agricultural area for making plots for the houses, and then cleared a bit of woods in the back to construct sort of the main house. But other than that, no, nothing peculiar that I know of, at least. There has been no real digging other than for root cellars.
You mentioned 2 employers. One was Miss Emma.
Yes.
The other is
Sir John McCreet.
John McCready.
McCready. Dick, that name would ring a bell, as that is also the name of the former premier that you'd been investigating
Interesting.
when you were... The thing happened in your past.
The thing.
The thing happened.
I don't know how open Dick is with his past, so I'm not going to cross that bridge for you.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Dick would say that was he's the old prime minister, premier
Premier of the province.
Premier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Province premier.
Yeah.
Interesting. And the old premier is up there. He's overseeing.
Retired from his premiership and is
Right.
now sort of taken on new business, trying to
see.
develop this area.
He had a lot of business going on when he was working.
What do you mean by that? Or perhaps not for these ears. And she looks over at
Percy closes his ears.
she looks over at Helen and realizing that an employee is here.
She kind of like blushes at that. I understand that Mr. McCready is not always the most affable individual, but he is rich, has a considerable sum of money, and seems to take care of the comings and goings of the household quite efficiently.
Emery would walk over and sit beside her on the couch or on the chair on the arm of the chair or whatever, and say, Miss Helen, I am Emery Finch, Mr. Emery Finch, in case you're wondering. Is there, how do I say this? What does the spirit want? What is it asking for?
To be frank, I didn't necessarily see it. It was a silhouette of something that moved so fast. And you would know that with the nature of the site, it's hard for people who don't have it to really perceive these things. Or if they do have it, they don't necessarily understand what they're seeing. So that's part of your gift, is you can see these creatures unless they are in human form or like a creature's sort of animal form. But oftentimes they are invisible. So it takes some sort of trauma. And so you suspect that this might have been similar to your most recent experience. She's beginning to kind of see these sort of things, but doesn't quite understand the connection and can't quite make that, can't bridge that communication.
But then does the child, do you believe the child sees, knows, and talks to this spirit?
It does seem to have some sort of rapport with it. I don't know if she doesn't seem particularly afraid of it. Just seems to be almost as a friend. It's very, very new, only in the last sort of few weeks. It started off fairly vague, but...
How does Vivian refer to it?
She just says my friend. Or the
Promising.
lady.
The lady.
Would we be able to speak with her, with Vivian?
Of course, pardon me, I got so wrapped up. We were hoping that you would come to the property. Mr. McCready doesn't necessarily believe in these sort of things, so we were hoping, myself and Emma, that you would kind of come under the guise as interested buyers for property up there. There aren't that many at the moment, and that would be a surefire way to get yourself in there.
Yes, well, in kind of like a subtle cocky and annoyed voice, Percy's like, yes, well, normally we would be willing to join you toot sweet. Right away. But due to new restructuring, there is a bit of admin work for us to attend to, and whether we can accommodate that or not, as he's like glancing over at like Jasper and Elofe.
The sort of subtle jab is completely lost on Jasper.
He's just like nodding like, yes.
He's like,
that's
yes,
true.
there is administrative procedures. He was paying attention in administrative business class. Yes, Tut. The activation papers are nothing. Only a few forms to sign and some liability. And
We
It's so
can do
kind
that
of
later. We
Percy
can do it
to
later.
have volunteered to do so.
Percy.
Yes, of course. He's like looking at the letter that he hasn't mailed yet.
She sees you looking at it and after he's delivered my letter.
Yes, of course, Mom. Important business came to the door. It was necessary.
Quite.
Did you just call
Yes,
her
ma'am.
mum?
Yes, it's like a respectful.
Like madam.
Yes. Where did
Interesting.
Yes.
But yes,
she's not my
disguise.
mom.
Okay, great. Disguise. We can do that. We are some of us amongst this group are quite well-renowned performers.
and that's great.
Which one?
Anyone here in the room?
Most of us.
Well, I guess you not being able to tell kind of speaks to that, doesn't it?
Fascinating. Does anyone have any further questions for Emma at this point?
Well, you need a doctor to attend, or should they stay back?
I'm going to sort of stay in town during this. I've been sort of granted a few weeks of leave after my experience. Mr. McCreed thinks that I had some sort of episode, as he would call it, and I need to get some fresh air.
The hysteria. It might be the hysteria.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
very common affliction.
There's a doctor who works with that down by on Front Street. Quite successful.
Yes, there's quite the buzz around what he does.
Quite.
Quite.
And so she takes her leave, and now we're entering into what's called the preparation phase of the mystery.
That's exciting.
So I had sent around a list of equipment, perhaps that you'd be interested in. So you can either use this time to gain equipment, or do any research potentially on any sort of clues that you may have gleaned about this Vaesen. And just as a reminder, you got a.
Do we have a key or a door handle or
Yes,
something
you have
that?
you have the magical door handle.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I forgot about that.
Once per mystery, we can ask an
I'm
occult
paying attention.
question.
Yes, very good. So yeah, you can ask a specific question that's related to the occult and get a free success. You can also do some learning checks and just sort of ask more specific questions as well. And I'll give you some answers.
Can I try for some equipment?
Some equipment, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to try some.
What equipment would you want to try?
Well, this is on page. Well, there's no page numbers on this one.
Is it the long list or the short list?
Well, hang on a sec here. It's on page. Let me count. It's 73 is the last one on the list. It is on page 75.
Yeah.
It's called a crystal ball.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Availability 3.
Yeah, 3.
All right. And what was your resources for?
My resources are. My value is 4.
Yep.
My yes. So yes.
So you're going to roll 4 dice.
I'm gonna roll 4 dice.
You're going to need to get 3 successes.
Wow.
But I think you've got 1 capital. So if you get 2 successes, you can use that capital, and that's kind of all
I
you're
got
spending.
2 capital.
Oh, you have 2 capital.
Right.
Perfect. So then you only need to get 1 success, and you can use those 2 capital, and that'll be sort of those done for the mystery.
Okay, so I need 1 success is what I'm hearing with
Yes.
my 4 dice.
There you go.
Well, I got 1 success.
Perfect.
Wow.
Uh,
Nice ball.
So you head downtown. What about the crystal ball has caught Dick's eye?
It's got a skull in it.
Nice. you've been walking downtown. There's this sort of strange knick-knack shop down on Wharf Street.
Yeah.
It's a sort of on the marginal end of town. It's where a lot of the sailors are, and there's a lot of trading that goes on at this place. It's the the Briny Dog shop, and there's sort of weird things from all over the world, but right in the middle of the front display is this crystal ball with the skull in it. Is it a human skull, or is it an animal?
It would be a badger.
A badger. So in your temporary gear, you can put a crystal ball
With badger skull.
with badger skull in it. You go in. You've been eyeing this up, saving all of your pennies, as it were, and you walk out with this badger crystal ball.
Okay.
So the crystal ball, you can use observation instead of learning to look for clues.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's the mechanic behind it. Is there anybody else going to pick anything up?
Percy has a question. Well, Gavin has a question on
Yes.
Percy. One of the things I'd want him to bring, but I'm wondering if I can potentially get it for free because of his role, is like the provisions, because normally he would pack like snacks for everybody.
Yep.
So the other idea, if he was able to bring some of that stuff on the trip, is he's never actually dealt with a poltergeist before, and I think he would want to if it makes the most sense, to either like retire to the library or whoever is the most notable person to talk to about poltergeist, so he can like educate himself.
Okay.
Because now he's been like in the basement at the gun range, like practicing with his dad's old revolver.
Yep.
You know, he's got his bags packed with like his biscuits and stuff to go.
Yep.
And he's kind of like, oh gosh, I actually don't know anything about poltergeists. He's sort of pacing around.
I feel like, yes, some simple provisions are absolutely within like Percy's backstory. Like
Okay.
that is Percy's, pardon the pun, jam.
Yeah. Oh, he takes his jam.
Yes. So I think that is a fair thing for Percy to just kind of have with him.
Okay. Cool.
And the simple provisions, you can last several days without a force test.
Right. So we're not like starving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
And in case there's anybody else that wants to do any learning, we'll
Okay,
circle back
loop
to
back. Okay.
to the actual Vaesen thing.
Sounds
We'll
good.
deal with the equipment at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
Elofe would like a hurricane lantern.
Okay.
Seems like it'll be quite dark out in the woods at night. So that is a
It's a
it's
one.
1 for availability. Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Remind me what I need to roll.
So you roll your value. I think yours is 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 66.
Fancy.
A lantern, that would have been a good idea.
Yeah, right?
Crystal ball. Jesus.
Be able to see carry this thing around the whole time.
1 success.
One success. So you're able to, I think you find this down in the storage area.
Perfect.
It was from the last mystery. It still smells of vomit and sanctified oil. And yeah, you've got that tucked away.
She hands it off to Percy when she sees him next and asks him to clean it.
What's funny is he actually has a hurricane lantern, and he was like cleaning his at the time. You come to him and it's like nicely polished, like almost shimmery.
Oh yeah, she just trades it. She goes, oh wonderful, thank you so much. And
You
she
just,
picks
like,
up
lift it.
straight out of the hand and she hands off this other one and goes, might as well start on that one.
Oh well, no, that's yes, okay, yes,
gone.
thank you, Miss Elofe. He's like starts wiping that one. Oh God, what is on this?
Emery. Speaking of.
Yeah, this is Emery's like first investigation. So he's been kind of thinking about over the last month that we've been sitting around this manor, getting tricked by the doors. He's been thinking about what he could possibly add to his collection of not much to make himself look and seem and appear more like an investigator. So he's going to head downtown to Capital Iron or whatever the
Yes.
And he's going to see if he can swing a deal to buy a magnifying glass, because that will surely make him a better investigator.
Perfect. So it's got availability 2.
Yes.
So can you roll me? What was your resource?
I've got a value of 3.
Okay.
And
I think you get 1 capital with
bonus
that.
of 0 and 1 capital. So
Okay,
if I get
sweet.
1 success, is that right?
Yes, then you can use your capital.
I got 1 success.
Perfect. Yeah, you're able to go through the till, get your magnifying glass. Pretty nice.
See him just walking down the road like, ooh, well, what's all this?
And so this will give you a +1 bonus
to-
to find clues during investigations.
Good, because I have none.
Yes, perfect. Great. So all of these items are under your temporary gear, so you'll have them for the mystery unless broken or lost for some reason, and then unless I think there's a specific upgrade to the castle that you can do that allows you to keep items between mysteries, but up until that point you just lose all this gear at the end of the mystery.
We should try and do that our first one.
One that you all do have, I think you can all get weapons. Oh, I've written it down right in front of me. You have the weapons corridor. So all PCs can get a melee weapon with a resource value of 1 for free.
Oh, yeah. Is that the knife, or in addition to that?
We'll say that's in addition to it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the next page over.
I'm going to choose a kick or punch.
Ooh.
Knuckle dust.
Can I take a chair?
That's what I got. Knuckle dusty.
Percy takes the fold-up chair and he's like, "Oh, this is actually really quite helpful, so I don't have to sit on the ground."
You can get a rifle butt. It's just
I was gonna say, can I just have the rifle butt?
end of
Yeah.
a rifle. A sledgehammer.
Or a whip.
Okay, sorry. Anything that's where's the availability? Anything that's a 1 in the availability? Is that right?
Yeah.
Percy's seriously taking a
An
chair.
axe, a quarterstaff, a whip. Yeah, obviously a whip.
But it's like a hunting chair. You know what I mean? Like it has the soft top where you can collapse it.
Oh, yeah.
Like they fold
Like the
together.
foldable
Yeah, it's
little
like
triangle one.
leather and made very nicely.
Yeah. It's like, oh, lovely.
Oh,
I
delightful.
just want to be able to say whip.
Percy's absolute glamper, for sure.
Totally. He's very pleased with himself. He's chuffed.
Absolutely chuffed. Delightful.
Never mind.
So, Percy, you head to the library to get some insight on what this Vaesen could potentially be. Elofe had mentioned a poltergeist, and Helen had mentioned a devil. And so, can I actually, before we do the actual full-on learning check, I'm going to have Percy give me just a preliminary learning and logic.
Oh, sure. Learning logic. So logic I have 3 and learning I got 0. So 3. Nothing.
Nothing.
No 6s.
Yeah, so those are sort of the insights that Percy has.
Okay.
You have the whole society library here to go
Right.
through, but then also this occult library.
Oh, right. That weirdly connected one.
Yes.
Okay.
And so this one connects to branches of the different societies throughout the world. The way that it works is you have to ask it a specific question whilst turning the doorknob about a Vaesen or something about the occult. And it
Okay.
will connect you with one of the more relevant societies.
All right.
Yeah.
Who told me about the poltergeist again?
That was Elofe.
All right.
Elofe actually said that she thought it might not be a poltergeist because her understanding was that poltergeists latch on to typically teenage girls who are starting their menses.
Oh.
However,
Damn it.
she's also on the cusp of puberty, so maybe.
Yeah, and I mean, well, I'll lean into it because Percy, aka Gavin, heard it as it's a poltergeist. So that's
perfect.
That's
Yeah.
what Percy's research. He's like, okay, I got to learn about this. So I guess he's walking up to the door and his palms are a bit sweaty, so he's wiping them on his pants.
Yeah.
and he's like, all right, let's see if I can get this right. I would like to know about the poltergeists that Elofe was talking about, and he turns the handle.
The door doesn't move, and you suspect that it needs to be more specific.
Oh, darn, what is Elofe's last name?
Fleischman.
Yeah, right, you know.
And something along the lines of how is a poltergeist created? Are there poltergeists in the area?
Oh,
How
I
do you
know.
defeat them? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, he wants to know about the connection with the children and what their association is with them. So he says something along those lines, like, I would like to learn about these poltergeists and their interest or connection or requirements of the children.
Okay.
And that Elofe told me about and turns the handle.
I feel like Elofe's like down because they were on the second floor that they put the door in. I feel like Elofe's down, like sitting by the fire reading and just rolling her eyes.
Oh my God.
She's not butting in, but she's just like,
And the door, like, at first resists, and then you hear a clunk, and it opens up.
Oh, lovely.
And it opens up into this stone storeroom. It is so cold in here. It is freezing.
Oh, man.
Though you can hear like wind howling sort of up through. There's almost like little slit windows above. And the room is about the size of the one that we're in currently, sort of a 6 by 8 foot. It's not particularly big, but there are sort of thick leather-bound books everywhere on all sides.
All right. Percy steps in. He's like, oh, cold in here, just like Miss Elofe's heart. Well, let me have a look. He's like,
Elofe heard that because the door's left open and smiles to herself just a little bit.
And he starts, just fingering through the leather books and looking for, anything that mention of poltergeist or similar.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You find the strange thing is that like some of these books are in Latin. A lot of them are in the Cyrillic alphabet.
Oh, geez.
And so there's a lot of stuff that isn't particularly useful, but you do find one dusty volume in English, and it's, various ghosts and specters of sort of the eastern continent, and it's you go through and you find a few sort of mentions of poltergeists, and they are very typically people who have died in a violent manner and have some kind of unfinished business. And then there's sort of another subset similar to almost the Banshee.
Oh, right.
Where it is, a variant poltergeist, or it could be considered a variant poltergeist. Sometimes if it is a mother that sort of the violent act was protecting their child, it might look to imprint on another one, perhaps that's in the same place. And it's sort of getting confused almost. And so there's an attachment there.
Interesting.
But then there's all sort of other manner of variants of creatures that there's a lot of things that will attach to children that are looking for purity as well. And so same with that, moving on to womanhood, it's that transition into adulthood, losing of that, and that's sort of an important phase. So yeah, all sort of manner in this book. It seems to be quite robust in spectral knowledge.
All right. So he doesn't get he gets a sense of maybe the motherhood thing is potentially a connection, but the other one, specific with around children is it's quite broad. It's not, he's not yes, this is definitely.
There's definitely elements of it that could be, but he doesn't find a clear path.
Cool.
To this is the answer and this is the one-to-one with that question.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he able to take the book or he must leave it here?
He's able to take it with him.
Okay.
But he's got to replace with another book of equal value. In a sense.
I see.
So it's an exchange. You don't have to come up with that specifically, but it's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if he had known that, maybe he would have brought a book from our library that is maybe unrelated to any of the stuff likely to be in here. So it's adding value to it that this library doesn't have.
And you would expect the different languages that this library has found is that similar process between other societies.
Yeah.
And so the Cyrillic and the North, you could suspect that this is probably somewhere in Carpathia or Russia.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So he brings that, and if he's allowed to, he's not trying to steal the book, but if it's an okay thing, he'll bring it with me.
Yep.
Bring it with him.
Yep.
And head downstairs.
Great.
Yeah.
Anything else that folks are wanting to do before you set off?
No, Dick has a picture of his badgered skulls.
Can we see it?
Crystal ball?
Yeah.
He spent the last day just drawing a picture of it.
He just wanted you to know he had
That's it. That's it. There.
Jesus.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay.
There is. Oh, and it's even got a.
Oh, wow.
I didn't realize it was like
Beautiful.
long black nails on a hand holding it.
Does that crystal ball holder come with
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
or-
it looks like there's
think so.
two hands that are sort of vaguely demonic.
There's
that
like a
are holding
purpley
it.
color.
Yeah.
There's lots of jewelry on those hands. There's
Yeah.
a skull at the bottom.
Yeah.
Very
Sure if
fancy.
it's
It
a
looks
badge
heavy.
skull.
Looks very heavy.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Like a good weapon.
It's gonna be cumbersome for sure.
Blood trauma.
Yeah, is there just like a little loop? that
Percy's
clicks onto
definitely
his
going to be
belt?
carrying that by the end of this adventure.
Before I forget, Percy did share roughly like the stuff. Like if we had like a gathering moment, he would have shared what he learned in the library and mentioned like the potential mother connection and stuff, just so everybody's in the know.
Right.
As they're sort of prepping and stuff like that, Elofe definitely is she's probably fielding a lot of like Jasper's like don't forget this and you know all of that, and she knows, and it's giving her an eye twitch because he keeps asking, and because of that she's probably starting to take it out on other people too, of like sort of passing along that like, and don't forget this. One of the ones is she at some point corners Percy maybe in the kitchen or something and says, Percy, whom amongst your team do you consider to be your master?
That's an excellent question, Miss Elofe, ma'am. Mr. Algid.
Mr. Algert. And considering he won't be with us, who do you take your orders from?
If Mr. Algid is not around, that would be me. I am master of my domain.
Right. And she stares at him for a long time with a lot of doubt and says, how do you intend to keep the people in your party safe?
Well, I did, and he puts his bag down. I have packed a couple biscuits. I have Mr. Dick's favorite teas, and I had just learned about Mr. Emery, and I have packed a few things for him. And I do know that you don't have any allergies, so I've basically just brought on like a couple other, rusks and that sort of thing. So everybody that is healthy and well fed tends to do better, and that's how they will stay healthy. I also have my father's revolver, but I don't typically have to use that, because we are good investigators.
She reaches in and she pulls out a biscuit and she holds it up and she goes, wonderful. I'm sure this will be terribly useful when Dick is bleeding out.
Well, you're off in the corner starving, complaining about Mr. Dick. Yes, I will be happy to help him and feed him a biscuit to make him feel better.
Right. How many times have you shot your father's rifle?
Well, he takes it out and counts like the 3. Because see, there's 3 missing from it's 9.
Have you ever hit your target?
Well, yes.
And was your target moving?
No. It was in the gun range downstairs.
Right.
Yes. Practice makes better, right? Miss Elofe, sir? Ma'am?
She reaches into her doctor's bag and she grabs a couple of rolls of bandages, and she grabs one dose of like a pain medication, probably like morphine or something, and tucks it into his, what I presume is like a lunch kit, essentially, a picnic basket, and says, best keep this close to you. This will be far more useful to you than biscuits.
Yes, of course. And he like kind of pushes it off to the side away from the food. Thank you. That will be lovely.
She doesn't put back the biscuit that she took, though, and she definitely crunches on her way out.
Nice. He's like, I knew you'd like my biscuits.
As she's at the doorway, and without looking back, she goes, pack some of these for me, and just keeps going.
He's like, absolutely not. He actually goes and gets like the old stale ones that he's like leaves out for the those little guys or whatever.
Oh yeah, the vet here.
Yeah. And he's like, yes, of course, Mom. I'll pack some of you for you.
I think Jasper comes down to Emery during his preparation. Mr. Finch, are you all packed and ready to head out?
Well, no, nope.
Oh, you're still in the midst of it, or?
Well, I've been here for what, 40 days now. Mm-hmm. No one's told me anything.
Oh,
We had a meeting with the Helen, lovely lady there, but I don't really know what I do or how we do it.
well, we go into a sort of situation. Typically,
Okay,
there's
yes.
often a conflict.
Well, we did. Yes, we were sent to the lighthouse. I'm
Yes,
sure you heard of that situation.
I did get briefed on that. It was a bit of a ramshackle affair. So very often before heading out, it is the members of the society's job to equip themselves properly for the
Right.
potential threats.
One moment. Reaches inside his coat, pulls out. Magnifying glass. Holds it up to his eye, nice and big.
That will.
I did pick up.
That will definitely help for
Seeing
potential small
things.
clues.
Starting a fire.
Yes, possibly. So,
So,
when you are on the property, it is your job to assess the situation, determine what Vaesen potentially you are dealing with, and perhaps what the nature of the conflict between
right.
whoever lives
So this is
there-
all very big picture.
Yes.
Kind of. I'm talking
Once you
more about
figure-
the
the nitty gritty of it.
hey guys, let's get together and do some research, and we'll pack something.
Very, and he's like, "Come with me," and he goes through to the library with you. He's like, "There's bountiful knowledge here for all manner of different Vaesen and creatures, and they're all unique. They all have different ways to banish them, if it comes to it, different ways to kill them, if it comes to it, or different ways to solve whatever conflict is there. It is our job to mediate the conflict through whatever means that we can. But we cannot do that until we know what the creature is that we're dealing with.
Right.
Yes. So the research often starts fairly broad, using whatever information we have been supplied. In this instance, they are rural. They're next to the forest. There is some sort of specter that is haunting this child.
They've been disturbing the land.
Exactly. Now you're onto it. We are going to, and he goes through the existing library. He's like, okay, the Malleus Malefictorum, and he'll pick that one down. He's like, Folk Tales of the Pacific Northwest. Yes, this is good. And he picks out 4 or 5 different notebooks. He's like, you can add these, and he shoves them into your hands. You can take these with you. And then this one, occult knowledge of the. As you begin to uncover things, you can look through these books and perhaps whittle down the potential ins and outs.
Essentially, this job is mostly reading books.
And dealing with people, which I know that you are very good with.
Yes. I'm more of a talk learner than a words reading. I can read.
And
I
I have noted that you have a interesting notebook with you as well, full of all sorts of things. Algoth was
Words.
telling me about it. Perhaps it is of an occult nature.
Yep.
It is best to keep that by your side and study it. If there's any point,
there's many languages in this book is
I would
part
be-
of the challenge.
be happy to work with you on that
Nice.
down the line.
Well, that's great. See? Words, speaking. I already know so much more than I did 10 minutes ago.
Great. Make sure to take these books with you desperately. Off you go. Tut-tut. Time is money.
Thank you.
And you're all getting ready. You need to. The journey will take sort of 2 stages. One will be in a stagecoach to the Fox and Feather pub, and at which point you will have to switch over to horses as the road gets a little too muddy for the carriages at this time of year. You having fun?
Sorry, something just went through my head.
I don't
That's
even
all enough said.
Yeah, I was like, that's it. We're moving on. Leave
I would say when he doesn't expand on it, that's when we need to
That's
move
when
on.
it's like, all right, we're steamrolling ahead.
Anyway.
Yeah, right. Just before you all sort of leave on this stagecoach, Algut comes up to Percy.
Yes, Mr. Algood, sir.
Mr. Phillips, or Mr. Harrelson has been asking questions about the floor plan of the castle and why there are certain rooms that on the lower levels that no one seems to have access to.
I see. He swallows hard. Well, we both know that those floor plans are outdated, and the magical variety of some of the doorways in the castle account for such discrepancies, don't they, Mr. Algood, sir?
I have said similar things, but so you know, questions are being asked.
Right. Perhaps we should discuss in a little more detail when I return about a alternative location.
Suspect that will be wise.
Excellent. Well, thank you. And I trust, based on our understanding, that you will continue to...
Discretion will be of the utmost importance.
Thank you, Mr. Algood, sir.
And with that, you all begin to make your way out, and that is where we will take our break. But first,
Nachos. Oh.
there is a special mid-credit roll we have paired with a sort of sibling podcast, a one that is very reminiscent. If you're enjoying the Vaesen system and the setting of the Pacific Northwest, then we have partnered with Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. They're going to put our trailer into their podcast, and we have one coming up for you guys of theirs in 3, 2.
The year is 1888, and we find ourselves in the far-flung corner of the United States, called the Pacific Northwest, in the two small towns of Seattle and Ballard. Under rainy gray skies and among the giant old-growth pine forests, there are secrets hiding, invisible to most people, except for those with the second sight. Join us for a new actual play podcast called Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. My name is Brian Kershaw, and I'll be your host and game master for this trip into a supernatural Seattle, where my friends and I will be playing a role-playing game called Vaesen. Our show is a mix of comedy and horror, and we would love for you to join us. You can find episodes at spiritsandmonsters.com, or follow and subscribe for new episodes every other Wednesday on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. We can't wait for you to join us.
Thank you, Brian, and Spirits and Monsters. Go check them out, and you get a second. Hey, everybody, we are back after our snack break. Everyone has managed to keep it together.
Man, did we snack? Oh, man, there was some
Good snack.
There was
I had some nachos.
Pineapple.
Pineapple and
Orange.
Orange.
I didn't have an orange.
I didn't have one
It
either.
makes me like a little sometimes, you know?
Really?
What?
Wow, that's refreshing.
Like what?
Like that.
I think you should get checked out for that.
Yeah, maybe I might be allergic. I don't know.
Yeah. My throat just swells up, and I just can't breathe
Can't really
right.
breathe for a bit.
My
Check
lips
out in
go
a
all numb. And
I just don't like it.
So you got to use the AED on you.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more banter? We just getting back into
No, let's go.
All right, let's
do
fucking
it.
go. It's getting late.
Begin.
Boo.
Percy doesn't like banter.
So you have all piled into this carriage and are making your way north of the island, up the peninsula, as it were. The carriage takes probably the better part of a day. It's getting on to early evening before you get to the Fox and Feather pub, which is the last sort of way station before making your way to the estate proper. It looks like you're going to need to spend the night here at the Fox and Feather.
Oh, it's like an inn though.
It's
Like
an
we can-
inn,
okay,
yeah. It's like one of like the 4 mile sort of
Okay.
types of pubs. And you get there, and it is that classic sort of Victorian way station pub.
Dwayne's making a mess with his
Dwayne
bubbly.
is just always just causing trouble.
His
I tried to help
his bubbly
Bolt early.
expanded when he opened
It's,
it.
it's really hard, like looking directly at him
I
too.
know.
Like he's right across, and it's just like it's
You
all.
just put like a post in the middle
Sure,
for no
yeah.
reason.
I need just like
Some
more
lamp.
decorations.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. He said that he sat there to like be able to man spread, but now I think that he sits there so he can stare at people.
I just had the idea. What if you put a one-way mirror right in front of your face so you can see him, but he can only see him?
Yeah, that sounds
Oh my god, that'd be
great.
fucking hilarious.
That'd be twice as much eye contact, actually. He's staring at himself. Sorry, we're at the Waddling Dog or
Yes,
something.
yeah, the Fox and Feather.
Yes.
And the place is quite busy. There's sort of, it's the one watering hole for a bunch of smaller communities, and everyone seems to have come on down. It is a Friday evening. Yeah. And you're able to get yourself some rooms pretty easily. There's no sort of resource spending on this. It's accommodated by the McCready family. Is there anything you would like to do during this little interlude here in the pub, or do you just want to sort of continue on, have a quiet night, and move forward?
Is there a party going on here at Friday night?
There's people drinking. They're having a good time.
I heard some noise.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, is there any music? Is there? Dick wants to know, like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Like, what's going? Let's get this show on the road here.
Let's get a
Is this
jaunty.
where the three-eyed giant comes running through the door?
Dick just starts clapping and stomping his feet.
Yeah, there's a bit of a there are revels going on here. It's there's some people playing music. There's somebody has a player piano, and yeah, it's generally people just unwinding after the week. They've kind of got one more day of work, and then it's Sunday. It's the day off for them. But yeah,
Well, are we gonna pop downstairs for a nightcap?
Of course we are. We should. We should have
we should.
to.
It's much easier to sleep. I'm not as comfortable when I'm not in my own bed, so I find it easier if I've had one or two to nod off.
That's a great idea.
Well, whose bed would you like to be in?
Well, mine. That's what I just said.
I was
was
trying to
talking
crack
about my bed. Oh.
Yeah, just lighten the mood a little.
We managed to get.
I'm in a good
sorry.
mood.
We managed to get separate rooms and stuff. We don't have to bunk together or anything. We're good.
yeah, it'll be separate rooms
Okay.
for now. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'll bunk
Otherwise,
with
it would be
Elofe.
3 people and Elofe in a different one. Cool.
Yeah, there's a round of ales. It's not necessarily a fancy place. They've kind of got what they've got, but drinks are going on. There's a bunch of sort of farm hands and other laborers around. It's mostly sort of working agricultural types of folk around here.
Elofe pushes away her ale and pulls out a flask and is drinking from her own
supply.
Supply, yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Oh, too right. I bring my own tea as well. The tea here is awful.
Right.
Shows her the flask. Nice oolong.
Rye.
Oh, I've never had that brand.
It's gonna be one of those nights.
Percy actually invented the diffuser mugs.
Not intentionally. Like it was, his invention. But long after he died, they found it. They're like, "What is this
My
relic?"
goodness, yeah.
Well, do we want to talk about how we're going to deal with this Vaesen? Normally, when we go out on these, especially when we had Desiree, gosh, she was really helpful for these discussions. We would talk about our plan on what our intentions when we arrive at the scene, the site.
That's right. She was a good dancer too.
She was a good dancer. Do you dance, Elofe?
No. No.
Right. Good. That's probably best for everybody. I did do a little bit of research, and it turns out that some poltergeists could actually be tied to children if the geist... Is the geist the poltergeist? If it was tied to a child being a parent, like perhaps a mother passed away, was trying to protect her child, maybe that's the scenario we find ourselves in?
That could be.
Are you? I don't seem to remember. Do you know what a poltergeist is?
Yes, it's spirit, an angry spirit.
But it's generally, my understanding is a possession.
A possession spirit?
When a spirit overtakes a body.
Oh,
And I don't think that's
I think a
case you-
poltergeist is just a ghost that's very loud and angry.
Oh, it's poltered. It's a poltergeist. Good point.
I don't know what poltered means. I just thought poltergeist was the name of the... Oof. This tea is very strong.
You guys you have done this before, though, right? Like, it was-
yes, definitely.
Everyone's
Yes.
not as new as me.
No, yeah, no. Dick and I have been at it a long time.
You can call me Richard.
Elofe's just like...
Elofe's got like, she's kind of sat herself sort of leaned against the wall. So she's kind of like can see everybody in the room, and she's got a book out, like a medical book out, and that she's got sort of held so she can just look over her book at people occasionally. But yeah.
Perfect. Elofe, you would over here, over the din, there's a table of sort of worn out looking farmhands, and you catch them talking about the McCready farm. And just how the work has been impossible over the last few months, and he should just wrap that entire operation up. They're not necessarily addressing you, but you just sort of catch snippets of this conversation.
Elofe's going to close up her book. She's going to put it into her doctor's bag, which she sort of keeps with her wherever she goes. Mm-hmm. She says, well, gents, I think I've heard something useful. I'll be right back. And she packs up her rye with her, and she heads over to the bar, and she asks for a round of drinks to be brought over to that table, and heads towards that table.
Great. For this round, do you have enough sort of credits to use, or do you want to roll a manipulation for it?
So I have, I only used, so how does credits work?
So that's like for the entire mystery, that's like the amount of buying power that you can just use. Capital? Yes.
Yeah, so I still have 4.
Okay, so yeah, they would just take 1 to buy a round.
Perfect. Okay.
And then you don't have to roll for that.
Let's do that then.
Okay.
Perfect. Then yeah, she'll head over. How many people are there?
There's 5 around the table.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
When she was at the like the bar, she sort of undid a couple of buttons and sort of like rolls her eyes a little bit and then heads over. And she plasters on like to the others this huge smile that they've probably never even seen her lips twitch. So this huge smile, and she goes, oh, so sorry. I thought I heard you mention the McCreadys.
Oh, yeah, we're just getting off shift from there.
Oh, well, do you mind if I've got a round coming over. Do you mind if I just have a little sit down and a quick question?
Of course, sweetheart.
Oh, wonderful. So charming. And she sits down and she says, my friends and I over there, well, we're looking at perhaps buying property there, but...
Oh, between you and me, if you're bringing that round around a little insider's knowledge, I would not buy there, or at least don't offer what they're asking.
Oh, golly. Well, what's going on?
We have not been able to get a single building up. That place is... it's cursed, I swear. Ever since these new owners took it over from Mr. Sluggett, it's like you can't get any structures up. We will frame a building, and then the next morning it is just crumpled to the ground. And they have hired up every single tradesperson within 10 miles. And yeah, it's not for lack of trying, I'll tell you that much.
So that's just it. It just goes up and it's gone the next morning. Is there any sounds, anything else you're seeing?
There's nothing at night. It's, there's random injuries that seem to happen, which, all job sites have them, well, I'm not a superstitious person myself, but there's something within that. Well, every once in a while at night, you swear you see someone in the woods. Someone just like waiting just beyond the light, as it were, of the camp. And I swear I hear like crying at night from there. And it could be the missus from the house. just needing to get out of there and console herself, but just puts the hair on the back of my neck up on end.
Oh gosh, that's absolutely terrifying. Tell me, do you know why, was it the Sluggett family?
Yeah,
Do you know why they sold?
it was just one guy. It was John Sluggett. He's an old fella, amicable, worked that land hard to the bone. And anytime he had, extra produce, vegetables, he'd bring them into town and sell them off, and they were bountiful for sure. And he passed away. He was an older fella. They found him in his cottage in the woods when we sort of hadn't heard from him for a good couple months.
Oh gosh, absolutely tragic. Well, is there anything else that you think might be useful while we're making our decisions?
I mean, just, go in, take a look for yourself, make your own assessment, but I wouldn't go by in there.
Oh goodness, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. You might have saved us so much money. Thank you. Well, enjoy your drinks.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Toodaloo.
She heads over, and like her smile as she heads towards the table is now gone again. She sits down. She goes, "Well, terribly interesting. They are seeing something in the woods. Apparently, Mr. Sluggett, John Sluggett, died in his cabin and wasn't found for a few months, but his crops were plentiful and everything seemed to be fine."
Is your blouse broken?
Oh, gosh. She does it up again and maybe the tiniest bit rosy in the cheeks. And it's, well, a lady must. But yes, they're hearing crying in the woods. So Crying. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Does give some credence to that, perhaps that idea that maybe a mother who searching for a child or something. Still, it could be something else too.
Well, how did John Sluggett, how did he die?
They didn't know. They just said he died and was found in his cabin a few months later.
A few months later.
A bit grisly.
Oof.
Well,
John's soup.
And what of this tearing down the constructed buildings? If it has to do with mother and child, why would this thing tear down new structures?
Protecting.
I guess.
Doesn't want change.
Oh, yes. Changing the land, yeah, you could be right.
Did you said you brought that book with you?
I did, yeah.
Is it sort of up for everyone to grab or whatever?
Yeah,
or?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Elofe would be flipping through it and whatever and be like, well, it says perhaps that the spirit of a mother might glom onto another child thinking it's hers. What if she's trying to prevent change to the lands she lived on?
Right, they're changing her property.
Although it said
makes sense.
They said he lived alone.
Oh.
Oh, they're changing his property. I wonder if there's foul play. I wonder if this McCready, if he did something and now he got
murdered his own wife and daughter?
No, I'm just saying maybe he murdered John Sluggett, got a good deal on the
Yes, you did.
on the property.
Current owner.
You did mention something about McCready before. Is there history there?
Oh, I just know of him.
Wasn't he the
Right.
previous not prime minister?
Premier.
Premier.
Premier. Yeah.
Premier.
Yeah.
Was he good to work for?
Well, I don't work for him. I just knew of him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
When
Well,
when I was working in the police force, I guess I was working under him.
anything we would need to sort of know as far as his personality?
It's a bit of a douche.
So a politician then.
I feel like that word would have been very literal in 1860.
Oh, effervescent. Yeah.
A mix of vinegar and water.
Oh, yeah.
Well.
Puts a little pep in your step. So the rest of the night continues on. I think, Elofe, you were looking to get some... Was there any specific information, that you were looking for?
In the book?
Yes.
No, that was more just sort of giving her the ability to reiterate
Sure.
that it's not necessarily the mother of Vivian,
Yeah.
but rather a mother.
Yeah.
A spirit of a mother. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Super. unless there's anything else in particular you want to do this evening, it sort of passes by relatively uneventfully. Yes.
Elofe would like to go to her room where she is going to carefully unpack her doctor's bag. And she's going to unpack all of her doctor's bag.
Okay.
And she's going to go through a little bit of a ritual she has started since being back in the field, where she essentially sort of creates like a bit of a shrine of her medical gear, and goes back over her notes before tucking some stuff back into the false bottom of her doctor's bag, and then sort of just chucking everything else on top. Then she goes and she lays down on her bed where she pulls out her medical book. And she slides out the actual book that was inside and chucks her medical book into the corner and goes to reading the much smaller novella that's inside.
Perfect.
Ooh. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Dick is just he's wondering, like, so obviously there's a piano in the place.
Yeah.
He's wondering if the piano player knows a little bit of rag.
A little bit of ragtime, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if the piano gets a bumping a little bit, Dick would get a few people up dancing.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
You remind me of this guy, this bard that I knew. His name was Ty. God, he could get a place just ripping. He was the biggest dude I ever seen.
Yeah, three-eye guy. Three-eye Ty.
Yeah, I heard he was working at some sort of coffee shop back in the day.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's doing well. Richard is able to get the party going.
Dick's able to get people up.
Yeah, Dick's able to get people up. God damn it, Chelsea.
If he's kind of dancing a little bit with people, he just wants to know if there was any foul play with the John Sluggett who had owned the.
Sure.
And so if there's somebody that might know a little bit more of John.
Roll me a manipulation check on this. You're trying to get some people to.
All right, so manipulation. I'm just gonna find that on my sheet here. That is a 0. I'm rolling no dice.
You get at least there. You should have.
What's in your empathy?
Yeah, it's gonna so plus your
2.
empathy. So you get to roll 2 dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
2.
In this game, you always roll at least 1 dice.
All right.
Yeah.
So I got 2 5s.
2 5s.
I crit.
No 6s. Wrong game. This is not Danger Heart. Danger Heart.
Love that. A couple of 5s would have got me some information here, Sean. I'm losing already.
Yeah, there's nothing, like, people kind of all give you the same line that, it was a couple weeks gone. There was nothing to see there. It was pretty horrible. Yeah.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So after.
But yeah, the party goes. And
Yeah. Dick would he'd dance late into the evening and then just finish up his little slug of his last whiskey and then head up to his room.
Perfect.
Percy knows he's been working with Dick long enough that he knows what he's up to.
I didn't even hear it. I legitimately didn't. And then it's just like, it happens. I shit you not. There are no backdoors in this game, and somehow Dwayne has found the new ones.
Don't worry, guys. My name's Richard. What?
Yeah,
What
what
can
are you
happen?
talking about? Yeah.
Dwayne's in tears.
Yeah. It's Dick for days. It's fine.
So how long has he worked with Dick? What we saying?
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah. Would you say they have a firm relationship?
Yeah, it depends. It
Yeah.
can be flaccid.
Has its ups and downs.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, right. Percy is familiar with Richard's habits and the way he likes to spend his evenings, especially when we're out on a not a quest, investigation. So he goes into his room and at his bedside table sets up like a nice tall glass of water and a couple like biscuits, but they're like purposely like stale, very dry to help sort of like absorb a bit of
Some of the extra.
Yeah, exactly.
What's going through his system.
Has it tucked on the side and then goes into his room and is of course, not to his standards. So probably spends like a good 2 hours tidying his room and like pressing his clothes, and he's in like his what are the full length
Nighty
that you
yeah.
work, and then he eventually puts his candle out and
Perfect.
goes to bed.
What about Emery? Is Emery tying one on, or?
No, he's he's gonna take a bit of Jasper's advice and go back and crack open a couple of these books he sent him away with.
Sweet. Give me just a learning roll whilst you're taking a look there.
Oh, we got a 2. Nope.
Would you like to push that roll?
What does the push do again?
So you get to re-roll any non-6s, but you do take, for this it would be a mental condition, which means that until you can get another sort of full day's rest or some sort of treatment for healing, you would have... Yes. And so I will also say the conditions are not in order. You get to pick one. They are role play prompts.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not increasing severity.
Oh, that's great to know.
Yeah, with the exception of broken. Broken is...
Always the last one?
That's the last
That's
one.
the worst.
Yeah, he will accept a bit of a mental condition. I think he is... his first investigation, I think being a bit frightened feels reasonable.
Great.
So,
yeah, re-roll those
Try
dice.
that again for a... Nope. 2 3s up, see?
Crit.
Danger heart.
Dinner heart. Yeah, dinner
heart?
Yeah, dinner heat.
No, yeah, that's a fail, so...
Yeah, so I think Emery just sort of like stays up a little too late and kind of
Thinking about
himself
everything
up. Yeah.
horrible that's could potentially happen.
Great.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sweet. And through here, we get to the next day, and you are able to hire a couple of horses from here that will take you the rest of the way.
I just wanted to point out, so in the morning when Emery comes down, he's in character because he knows that we're going in as buyers, right? That was the plan, is to go
That's
in
the plan.
disguise.
That's the plan.
He's got a different outfit on. And he's going to talk with an American accent. Okay, now when we meet everybody, my name is Dugsford, and I'm from York.
Dugsford?
Yep,
Okay.
that's all.
I better write that
And
down.
we're here to buy.
Why can't you just be Emery Finch who's looking to buy?
Because people know Emery Finch.
Which is why they wouldn't question that he'd perhaps be looking to buy.
Well, what if they tie it all together?
Do they know Emery
And
Finch
then-
is with the society?
Maybe. Oh, that was good. Maybe. That was a good one.
Right.
Anyways, it's just what I do. It's just who I am.
I like
Now, follow along, little lady.
Hold on, little doggy.
Now,
The cane starts to come up and then she puts it down.
Jesus.
Watch the cane.
Great. So with that, you all commissioned some horses and trod down a muddy path. You pass by some rural properties in the midst of their sort of fall harvest. And folks eye you up suspiciously as you trod down and head towards the Brentwood Estates. It takes about a half a day to complete the journey, but after a few hours, the other properties sort of trickle out and the trees sort of close in along the path, almost pushing the light out as you head sort of further and further into this remote lot. Can I have somebody roll me a vigilance check, please?
I got lots of vigilance.
I also have lots of vigilance.
Oh, I got 2.
I also have 2.
Okay.
I have a 5 on my logic. What do you have for your logic?
For my logic?
Oh, also 5.
I have 5.
You go for it.
You guys are medicating.
I
Can
can
we
help
help
you.
each other?
I can help you.
Yeah,
Can
you, guys
I-
you can definitely help each other and add a
Secret handshake. I'm just kidding.
a +1, an extra dice for the other person.
Do you want to roll?
No, you do it.
You do it. You do it.
You
How
got
about
the
you,
trampoline.
how about
You
you
got
both
bigger
roll 5
roll.
dice?
Hey, let's do that.
We each roll 5?
Yeah.
Whoa.
No successes.
I got 1 success.
Perfect. Yay. Dick, you're able to see that there is, I guess you're more able to sense that there is something in the woods just beyond your sight line. You hear a twig just snap as you're on the horses.
Dick would quietly just whisper that. I heard something snap in the bush.
Well, we are in a forest. There is wildlife here.
I know. Just be careful. Just be watchful.
Elofe would like to close her eyes and listen. Can we hear any crying or anything like that?
You can hear, there's no crying, but you definitely hear the unmistakable footsteps of a biped in the woods, so 2 feet rather than 4, trying to work its way through the shrubbery. It sort of keeps pace with you guys. So as you're sort of moving along, you hear and then it kind of like stops for a bit.
Does it sound heavy or does it sound, I would
Light.
say sort of, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds light.
Yeah.
It's been probably a couple hours that we've been on these horses?
It's probably like quite a bit longer than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at some point she's probably heard all of these gents walk into the woods.
Yes.
Lighter than all of them.
Yes.
Elofe's going to reach into her purse where she keeps some like lemon drops, but they're like the wrapped ones. And she's going to be sort of like rummaging through her bag like she's looking for something. And then like a little handful. Yeah. And then like a little like handful of these lemon drops sort of like fall behind her. She goes, oh, well, too far now. And she's going to keep going. And then she's going to sort of like pretend to be powdering her nose and is going to rear view mirror her compact. Does she see a little being?
You see a small child in a very it's a very nice, expensive dress that has been torn to shit because she's been running through the woods, and just like darts out, like looks up at you, grabs the lemon drops, kind of like smiles, and then darts back into the woods.
Cool.
Yeah.
Elofe is going to sort of like keep that one to herself, but she has like a little, she likes a cheeky little lady, so she thinks that's funny.
Great.
Percy has been just thumbing through this book, sitting right next to Elofe, and like he mouth breathes a lot when he reads. So like while she's been trying to listen, all she hears next to her is like.
She reaches into her doctor's bag and she gets a little bit of medical tape and she leans over and like sticks it to his bottom lip and then pulls it up and over his upper lip.
Thanks, Mom.
Much healthier for you.
Too good. It doesn't take much longer than this that the sort of woods give way. The tree line opens up ahead and you are greeted by a bright clearing. There's a number of cleared paths in here. Some lead to partially framed houses at various levels of construction. You can hear the sound of a sawmill and nails being hammered from behind the tree line at the far end. And at the back of the main lot, you can smell sort of freshly hewn lumber. It sort of settles on your nose. Directly to your right, there's a large 2-story rancher that stands high, and it is surrounded by a few fields, though unlike the ones you saw on your way in, these are either fallow or completely barren, acting more as a makeshift water body for ducks and geese rather than a crop that is being harvested. As you make your way up, the only real full structure in view is this ranch house, and the sort of main road leads directly up to it. As your horses make their way, a woman walks out of the front doors onto the wraparound balcony, dressed in quite practical clothing. She's sort of a medium build with a shock of gray hair in her otherwise pinned back hair. Oh, you must be the prospective buyers that I sent for?
That would be us.
Thank you very much. My apologies for the nature of this exercise and having you come down. My name is Emma McCready. And you are?
Mr. Percy Ashford. Nice to meet you. And he holds out his hand.
She gives a firm handshake.
And I am Doug Dugsford from York City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, originally from down south there by
York?
the Mississippi.
York City?
York, the city of York.
In the UK? I could have sworn.
No. The other one on the other side of Canada. Do we have Canada yet? No, not quite. Over by Quebec. No shit. What's it called? Upper Ontario, Lower Canada.
Very much
Lower Canada. York.
Yes,
Young
city
Street.
does, we are newly acquired into the colonies,
Right,
British Columbia.
yeah.
That's how we got the
My
railroad. Yes.
History gets a little confused sometimes. I am from America. I mentioned that, right? Mississippi.
Yes, Mississippi.
Yes, we are
Okay.
here to buy stuff.
Perfect. And you are
Dick Dickerson.
Yes. Oh,
We're not related.
that name sounds familiar. Have you worked here long?
Victoria for quite a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah.
What line of work other than the
Well, investigation.
of course.
Yeah.
And she sort of puzzles on that and sort of like you can see she's chewing on it a bit. And yourself?
Dr. Elofe Fleischman.
Ah, doctor. Fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, and second servant of the Craigdarroch Manor.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's not their real names. It's just a cover.
Everybody sighs, including Mrs. McCready. At this point, you hear a snap of sort of shrubbery as this child rushes out from the tree line behind you. Oh, and this is my daughter Vivian, ruining another one of her dresses. Sweetie, I told you to wear pants if you're going to go into the shrubberies. I know, but Dad told me we're having guests, and he forced me to wear this dress, but I still wanted to go out into the woods and play. Miss McCready sighs a little bit. No, I can't quite stop you there, so just be careful, sweetie. You know how things have been lately. And these are our guests. And Vivian sort of comes out, small child, fairly slight, kind of has like a bit of a, like, that look of a kid who hasn't like slept too much, but still has that like boundless energy. So there's like a bit of a manicness almost there. But sort of is very polite and introduces herself to all of you with a handshake. And you can see that she is chewing very much on those lemon drops, all of them in her mouth.
Lemon drops are also my favorite.
Mine too. And at this point, you hear from inside, Emma! That the buyers? And this sort of large, imposing figure, big gray beard, comes out. Dick, you would recognize him immediately as John McCready, former premier of British Columbia.
John?
Richard Dickerson.
That's right. It's been a while.
It has been. I haven't seen you since
Well, it's
you
been a while.
ran out of town.
Yeah. For a little holiday.
Do you feel refreshed?
Very much so.
Even keel?
Very even keel.
Fantastic.
How about yourself hiding out here?
One wouldn't say hiding, retiring, relaxing, getting away from all the troubles of the city.
Fair enough. That's what I meant.
Yes. But you still live. Are you still living in the city?
Of course.
You should check in on some friends, perhaps, that I still have there.
Sure. Always welcome to join me for a drink when you're down.
I would. Well, let's be honest. We probably don't want to do that, do we?
No, we don't.
So tell me. You're interested in. You and your partners here are interested in investing?
Oh,
in
well,
buying
Mr.
land?
Greg or Mr. Douglas
Doug.
Douglas here is
Yeah, I'm here as a buyer.
he's yep.
That's a fascinating accent.
Well, I come from the south, right around the Mississippi River.
Ah.
Yep. MISSI.
That is how you spell it.
That's how we spell it.
Yes.
Same here as there. Anyways, we're here to buy. How much?
Well, do you want a tour of the property, or are you just willing to buy
Well,
sight
I
unseen?
guess. I mean, yes. I mean, we should do our how do you say that in Canada? Due diligence
That-
or whatever this place is called.
That would be it. Canada does exist.
Yeah, okay. History wasn't my great thing. I told it to your wife.
Yeah,
He's American. It's a legitimate question.
it's fair. Yes.
That's over by England, right? Canada.
Right next to it.
You know, if it's all right, I think I might stay here. I'm just here to help Mr. Douglas with his aggressive hemorrhoid issue. But I'm feeling quite tired after our journey today. Would it be
of
possible
course,
to stay with the ladies?
Absolutely. If you would like, we have some spare rooms in the rancher. Feel free to lie down. There's plenty of shampoo for split ends and all that as well.
I would terribly appreciate that. Thank you so much. I think that perhaps just some tea and some female company would be just what the doctor ordered.
Of course, we have a... I see what you did there. It's amazing that they let women be doctors these days. Yes. And well, I said, well, we'll let the men talk, and you can go inside into the house, as it were.
Thank you so much, sir. You're so kind. She gives a very meaningful look to Emma as she sort of walks past her towards the house.
Emma rolls her eyes.
Yeah.
Can we expect dinner on the table when we arrive?
Oh, Percy, dear. As she walks
Emery
by,
just
she
walks
gives him like the tap on the cheek that's just a little too sharp.
Yes, right. I'll have it prepared.
It's
Mom.
good for us to remember our place, isn't Percy?
Yes, right. Just figured we were on vacation, so.
And so John McCready takes you all out to the various sort of, oh wow, Sean, construction, the spot where they build the houses that's flat. Plots, yeah, sure. Yeah, lots and all that.
Yeah,
and
that's
the slabs
plots.
and all that. And there's wood that's being framed, and there's people on ladders.
You're nailing it, buddy.
Thanks.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. There's a lot of workers in there. For a place that's been under construction for so long, there's not really much in the way of finished houses here. But John sort of gives you the tour, and he's like, of course, yeah, we're looking for a subdivision here. There'll be a grocer here eventually. As you notice, we're a bit remote, as it were. But this is going to be sort of a estate for refined individuals such as yourself.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes. Of course.
Oh, so you're building like a full-on city here, basically.
Yeah, it's a bit of a suburb. It's a new sort of thing that we're playing with here. We had to bring in many workers, spared no expense for it. There's a mill at the back. All the lumber here has sort of been sourced from this location. But it's been fantastic.
Interesting. And the forested land up to this point had been untouched?
Much of it had been, well, we changed some of the fields. So originally this place was just an old homestead, just one man, not utilizing the potential of the land whatsoever, not optimizing it for growth. But we had to, especially for the main rancher house, of course, his cabin was not sufficient for our needs. So we've left it kind of go fallow. And we found some nice sort of a nice wood lot to build the rancher, and then convert some of the existing agricultural fields into these new plots, as it were.
Is this original cabin that this individual lived in still around?
Yeah, it's somewhere in the backwoods. He was sort of a further afield from his agricultural area. Mr. Sluggett, I believe, was the
Now
proprietor.
is that cabin going to be left intact then?
Oh, I'm sure, when we get to the point if we're harvesting timber in that area, we'll knock it down, but it hasn't really been a priority
No,
at this
yeah,
point.
where I come from, storytelling, that's where you make some money. You want to bring some people in, show them around, give them a tour. You sell tickets all day long.
Tickets, you say?
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm a showman. I put on shows.
Oh, fascinating. What kind of shows? I thought you were...
Well, how do you think I made my money? I'm a performer. They don't yet have films, but once they start them, I'll be in them.
I thought you were an investor, sir.
Where do you think I get the money?
Oh, right, yes.
It's interesting. Mr. Dugsford, as it
That's
were.
right.
Yeah. I haven't heard. What kind of entertainment do you do?
Scottish.
Scottish
Well, that's who
entertainment.
trained it to me.
I didn't know that there was a burgeoning Sounds very niche.
It is, yep.
Yes.
Pretty big in the south, but
Where
trying to bring it up here into the north.
whereabouts in Mississippi did you say that you were from?
Like mostly on the south side, down around the Delta there.
Of course.
Yeah,
yes.
Louisiana is what we say.
Can you give me an observation check? And so the way observation checks work, it's when you're trying to assess somebody's sort of social cues. When you succeed, you gain insight on them, but if you fail, they gain insight on you.
Ooh. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's drop some dice, and I got 1 6.
You got 1 6.
Yep.
You can tell with this, there's Mr. McCready is a little more desperate, perhaps, than he's letting on for trying to get you to invest here. He's definitely pushing your buttons and probing at your story a little bit to see how much money you could potentially be bringing to the table, as it were.
Right.
Yeah. But from there, we will move on to the ranch house with the lady folk.
If we wanted
Percy's
to.
there.
Oh gosh.
Damn, you're fast.
I thought you like we were all moving.
No,
there.
no,
I
so
see.
you-
Like
you have
you're
separated
like, you're
out,
like zooming.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
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 no,
yeah.
I'm still with the man.
Still with the boys.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still here.
Ain't he dead?
Nope. Anyway.
Sorry, trying to get myself back in. The moment like the door closes behind them and the others are out of sight, Elofe's shoulders drop. She looks a little more relaxed. She looks a little more just laid back with these two. Did Vivian come in as well?
Of course, yeah.
Perfect, yeah. And she says, Miss Emma, is this a safe place for us to talk?
Yes, it's just Mr. Lifesteader in the kitchen, but other than that, the place is our own.
Oh, wonderful. Sitting room or?
Yes, let's go into the parlor.
Perfect. She finds somewhere she lets the others pick their seats and then sort of finds somewhere to kind of curl up a little bit and says, right, well, might as well get straight to it. What have you been seeing?
Well, I haven't been seeing much of anything. The house, you know, where a house just sort of like creaks and groans in the night with the wood sort of settles. There's been a lot of that, but it's been persistent, as it were, as if it is upset. And the workers, they talk about there being sort of a lady or a creature in the woods. It seems to walk in and out of the camp, just out of the corner of their eyes from time. And Vivian here, sweetie, she talks about this lady. Yeah, it was a lady who was in my room for the last few nights. She was playing with Dolly, and then she took Dolly with her, and she didn't seem like too mean. She seemed sad.
Seems sad. Did she interact with you?
No. The first time that I saw her, she was outside in the woods, and then the next night she was a little closer, and then the third night it was kind of spooky because she was in the corner of my room. But then that's when Miss Helen came, and it was kind of scary. She went and sort of like ran at her and then disappeared.
But she's never run at you.
No.
No, and then after Miss Helen left, it was the playing with the doll, and then Dolly left as well.
Yeah, Dolly was gone that same morning.
Okay, well, I'll keep an eye out for Dolly then too, and
Thank you.
of course, yes. And she'll put down like a couple more of the lemon drops, and looking at Miss Emma and says, "Hopefully that's all right."
I couldn't stop her if I tried.
Wonderful. Are there any stories of this area that might involve this woman?
I don't have any. We're new here. We came from the city. This is all sort of new territory for us. She sort of like calls, Jürgen! And you hear from the kitchen, there's sort of a sort of middle-aged fellow, big bushy mustache. Yeah? You're always talking about folk tales and whatnot. So, yeah, jawohl. Have you captured anything from around here? Oh, it's plenty of stories about, homesteads in the area. And he's dressed. He's got like a baker's smock on. He's sort of covered in flour, and you get the impression that he's the cook for the house.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's the Nissa. They are typically on farms. There's sort of like friendly elves. They look after the farmsteads and work hard, but they can be a little temperamental. Sometimes they are ladies. Most of the time, grouchy old men. Then all sort of manner of sprites and spirits in the forest. It's some of them are sort of dryads, oak tree wives, creatures of the forest.
What about specifically a woman who seems to have attached herself to a child? Crying.
Attach yourself to a child.
Taking something sentimental to the child.
Can you roll me, we'll say this is a manipulation check, just to sort of probe his own knowledge at this point.
That's going to be a no.
Would you like to push that roll?
I would love to push that roll. That means I just get to re-roll, or?
You get to re-roll everything, but you take a mental condition.
Okay.
So for rolls that require mental skills, from here on in, you subtract 1 for every condition you have.
I'm going to say she's getting frustrated.
Okay.
And she's even more frustrated now.
No successes?
No successes.
Man.
There's nothing about spirits sort of attaching themselves to a child specifically that I can think of. The most sort of relevant one, is the Nissa. It used to be a farm, and typically there'd be, 1 per farm.
Mm-hmm. Do you offer anything to your Nissa?
No. Mr. McCready does not believe in these sort of things, so any sort of folk remedies, as it were, are not appreciated.
But certainly Mr. McCready doesn't come into the kitchen all the time. It seems a bit... She'll roll her eyes, obviously, and say,
pedestrian.
Below his station. Surely you could leave out a little something here and there for the Nissa?
If you were to ask me, there's been so much changes here, there is not enough Nissa oatmeal in the world, and not enough consideration.
Ah, I see. Well, very interesting. Thank you, Jürgen, you said?
Correct.
Oh, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And she'll go back to chatting with Emma, and she'll say, "Is there anyone around here on the homestead and such that we might be able to talk to that would have more of a history, stuff that might have happened before your knowledge?"
I think most of the workers here were from... Well, some of them knew John when he was alive, for sure. Could perhaps ask some of the workers. There's also his old cabin as well. There could be something in there.
Do you have a key for that, or is it just open?
There's no locks.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
Is there a back door?
No. What is that?
Just wondering. Wonderful. So chat with the laborers, and then
perhaps there's something in there.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone tried camping out in Vivian's room at night?
No, she stayed with us last night in our room. It was sort of she was a bit unwilling with the shock of Helen leaving.
Of course.
We were going to try to have her, now that the investors are here, she would be sleeping in her own room for tonight. But you are welcome For me personally, it would be appreciated knowing that there was somebody keeping watch, as it were.
Of course. Well, perhaps Vivian, you and I can have a bit of a slumber party.
Just a mouthful of lemon drops.
Close your mouth, dear. Not very ladylike. Good girl.
And she closes her mouth, but still loudly chomps.
Excellent.
Cool. The day is sort of waning on at this point. It took a fair amount of time to get the horses and come here. So there isn't a whole lot of time to be going out into the forest as nightfall arrives. It's also winterish, so it's getting dark quite early. You are all still out. You kind of get to the sawmill, which is at the end of the property. There is a sort of small road that is clearly well traveled, with people having, pull logs in and out of the forest, but it does look like sort of a dense vegetated forest at the far end of this lot. And there's a lot of workers, sort of tents and sort of semi-permanent structures up. A lot of them are sort of finishing up for the day. And John was there anything else you would like to see here before we retire? I'm sure Jurgen's got dinner coming up. You're more than welcome to.
I mean, I don't know if I really need to see much more. I do have some more questions. Will you be joining us for dinner? Will we have some more opportunity for discussion this evening?
Yes, that would be absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah. And so he starts sort of making his way back to the ranch house with the lot of you, and you go in, and the house itself sort of has that smell of fresh linseed oil. It's like it was finished construction yesterday. There is sort of a massive oak timber in the middle, lots of sort of walnut paneling and intricate detail. It almost rivals Craigdarroch for its opulence in the inside, as if there has been spared no expense. This is sort of the showcase of here, trying to show what this Brentwood estate is going to be. And you all sit down for dinner on the first evening of this initial investigation, and that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Adventurers, grab your weapons, but first, kiss your kin.